recording now. I just realized that I wasn't recording. That's interesting. So the next thing we can do is to get our profit, right? And our profit came before our profit came before our date. Now we can either hard code our profit into our table in such a way that we create a new column and do the calculation, right? So let's do that. Or we'll just add another column, a pseudo column, and this column will just be sales minus cost of goods sold, which is our profit. Then we'll now say as profit. We'll give it an alias called profit, and if we run it, can you see our profit margin? So these are our profit, and it rhymes with what we have here. So if you notice, our profit here, if you notice, if you want to compare the two tables, you can see our profit. The first row is 16,185, which is what we have here. The next is 13,210. After that is 10,890. Now, this is us using like a pseudo table, a temporary column. Now, because if I go back to my view table, I'm not going to see anything of such here. So this is temporary, right? So we can then decide to make a permanent table, right? And if we so want, we can then decide to do that. Would you like us to do that? Okay, good. So in order for me to add a table called profit, so I'm going to say I want to alter this table because I'm adding something that doesn't exist. So you are going to alter. If you are sorry, excuse me. If say I want to change okay, good. That even reminds me. I wanted to change United States of America to USA. This is me altering a value inside this table. It is I'm trying to alter, but what I want to do is to update this. You understand? So if I want to change any value inside my table, I'm going to use update. Now, so I'm just going to say update, and I don't really need to mention the table name. I'll just call the table, like update table, that's the syntax. The syntax table, the function called table, I don't need to mention it. I'll just say update financial data set, right? And I'm now going to say set country equal to US. So I'm just going to say USA. Oh, sorry. Now what's the condition? Where country is what? Is what? United States of America. So United States of America. Now I want to change it, and I'm going to end it with a semicolon. So where is the condition, right? Where country is United States of America, set country equal USA. So I'm going to run it. It has given me a green tick. It means that everything, the syntax, the command ran fine, or the syntax I wrote ran fine. And I'm going to view my table again, and I'll just scroll through, and you can see USA. So you can see USA like that, and we are good. Now, for me to add a new column, to my table, I'm going to use what they call alter function. And what this alter do is I'll say alter, and I'll have to mention the table name. That's I'll have to mention the table function or table syntax. Then I will now call the table name. So I just want you to understand the difference. So I'm going to say add column because I'm adding something new. Add column. The name of the column will be profit, and the data type will be profit will also be float, right? And I can then say put null values, null. So I'll just say add profit. The data type will be float, and I can add. I'll just say, because we are not doing any entry now, I'll just say null. You just put null. It's going to do that anyways. Even if I don't put the null, it's going to do that anyways. So I'll run it. You can see that there's a green tick. It means everything is correct. I'm going to view my table now. You can now see my profit column with null values, nothing. Now I will do the same thing for month like that. So now I'm going to say alter. I'll copy this just so you guys don't get confused. Also we don't get confused. I will now say add a column called month. I just put month and I'll say it's an integer, right? Integer, and yeah, I'll just put null. So I think I can add multiple add column. I'm not sure, and I'll say month name. Month name will be variable character. I'll just put 12. I'll just put null. Then the last one will be year. Add column called year. I'll just say integer. Or I can just put variable character as well so that it doesn't add up. I don't want my year to add up to anything. And I'll just say 4 and I'll say null. Now I'm going to highlight my query and run it. Oh, so he's saying that so I think, oh, I didn't put comma. Oh wow, sorry, comma. Sorry about that. I'll run it. Now you can see everything is fine. And when I go to my view my data set, so you can see those changes I did. Now what we want to do now is to update the values in this particular column, right? So in order for us to do that, we'll just copy this our update, and so for our profit, right, we will say set profit. Our profit will be sales minus cost of goods, right? So our profit, the calculation of our profit will be what? Sales, what was sold minus the cost of goods sold. That's the calculation of our profit. So we'll now say the sales column minus cost of goods sold. Now I'll just put it in a bracket. So I don't need to put a where clause because there's no condition there. I'm just saying you should do this. I'll highlight and I'll run. So you can see we've already run the query and everything looks fine. You can see 700 rows affected, match 700 change, the 1 in 0. So I'm going to view my table again to see the things I've done. But you can see that's automatically updated, which is nice. Pretty interesting. The other thing we can then do is to get our our month number, our month name and year. Remember, we've already done that here. All we just need to do is just to update we just need to update our column. So I'm just going to copy this. So we are going to set our month column. We'll say month equal, what is our month? Well, how do we get our month? We will say, we use the function month, and we will say what? Actually, there's another way you can do this, but let's just do it like this. Then we'll now say from date. And I'm going to update, and it has worked fine. All I just need to do is to come to my view financial data set, my financial data set table, and you can see we've already gotten our month number. Then we'll do the same thing for month name. So we'll just say month, then name. Okay, so it's saying that incorrect integer value January for month. Oh, sorry. So it's supposed to be underscore month name. I was giving the wrong column. Run it. So everything looks okay. All I need to do is now to view my table, and you can then see my table has been updated. The same thing with year. So let me use another function to change my year. So I'm going to say I think extract, and I will say year from date. I can use this as well, and this will just be year. This will be my year column. Let me see if it will work. Oh, it worked. That's interesting. I didn't think it was going to work. Okay, so I'll run it, and you can see 2024 and 2023. And this is how we are able to simulate this, our financial table here that we have from Excel. So remember, the first thing we did was to